Welcome. In this explainer, we're going to explore a really powerful idea from William Walker Atkinson's classic book, Thought Vibration. We're going to look at how our inner focus can really shape our outer world.
So let's start with something you've probably felt before. You set a goal, a really clear, important goal. You're all in, totally motivated. And then, somehow, you find your own thoughts and actions are the very things getting in your way, steering you completely off course. Why does that happen?
Well, according to Atkinson's way of thinking, this isn't just bad luck. It's not a lack of discipline either. It's usually the result of what we can call mental leaks. These are all the little ways we let our mental energy get scattered, which just completely waters down the power of our intention.
Let's break down some of these leaks, because they're probably going to sound familiar. First, there's doubt, right? That little voice questioning if you can actually do it. Then there's scatter, where your focus is just pulled in a million different directions. You also have contradiction. This is a big one, where you want something, but deep down you're kind of scared of what happens if you get it. And finally, that anxious checking, constantly looking for results, which really just screams a lack of trust in the process. Every single one of these weakens your desire and sends out mixed signals.
You know, the real problem with these leaks isn't just that they waste time. They are a genuine drain on your motivation, on your energy. It's like you're trying to fill a bucket that's just riddled with holes. All that effort you're putting in, it just doesn't build up.
So, how do we plug these leaks? Well, Atkinson's solution is all about cultivating something he calls desire force. And this is where we shift from just passively wishing for something to creating an active, focused state of mind.
Desire force isn't about just kind of wanting something. Nope, it's about making your goal a ruling passion. It's the act of focusing your mental and emotional energy so consistently on one main thing that it starts to color everything you see, everything you notice, and everything you do.
But here's the crucial part. The quality of this focus is everything. There's a huge difference between a steady desire and an anxious obsession. Steady desire feels calm, confident, patient. It feels powerful, like a magnet. Anxious obsession, on the other hand, it feels strained, needy, frantic. It's a feeling of lack, and honestly, it tends to push away the very things it's chasing.
This is the mindset. The real power comes from a place of quiet confidence, of poise, not from forcing it or straining your mind. It's this calm, steady signal that lets your desire do its work without all the resistance that anxiety creates.
Okay, so let's connect the dots. How does this internal state of mind actually lead to real, tangible behavior? How does a focused thought actually translate into doing things differently out in the world? This quote from James Clear just fits perfectly here. That focused desire we're talking about, that desire force, is what helps you build better systems. Your dominant thoughts literally shape the systems of your attention and your daily habits, which makes the right behavior feel, well, not like a chore, but like the most natural thing in the world.
You can see how it's a clear pathway, right? It all starts with that unwavering desire. That focus state then naturally directs your attention. You start noticing people, information, and chances related to your goal that were probably there all along, but you just didn't see them. And from that new level of attention, certain actions start to feel intuitive, inspired, even obvious.
And you can see this in really practical ways. Let's say your desire is focused on a promotion at work. You'll naturally start paying more attention to the projects that really matter. Or if you want deeper connections with people, you'll just find yourself listening in a totally different way. If you're focused on health, suddenly healthier food just looks better, more appealing. Your desire shifts your perception first, and then your behavior just follows. So, how can we actually start to practice this? Let's walk through a really simple alignment exercise that you can do today to get your own desire force working for you. First things first, find a quiet moment and just deliberately let go of any physical tension you're holding. Our bodies so often hold on to our mental stress, so when you release one, it really helps to release the other.
Okay, next step. Without any judgment at all, just notice what's going on in your mind. What are the dominant thoughts, the feelings? Just observe the mental weather for a moment, like you're watching clouds go by. You aren't your thoughts. You're just the one noticing them.
And now, for the final step. Really calmly, without forcing anything, bring your main goal to mind. Just hold the idea, the feeling of it, with a sense of quiet confidence for just a moment. It's not about straining, it's about gently tuning in.
Okay, so what are the most important things to remember from all this? Let's do a quick recap of the key takeaways on desire force. First, remember that feeling of self-sabotage?
It usually comes from those mental leaks that scatter our energy. The way to fix that is to plug those leaks by focusing on one single primary desire. And we learned how important it is to cultivate a steady, calm desire, not a needy, anxious obsession. And finally, we saw how that focused inner state naturally lines up your attention and inspires you to act. If you found this useful, our next explainer builds right on top of these ideas. We're going to explore something called mental immunity, which is all about how to protect your focused mind from negative and distracting influences. You can find the link to that one and the full playlist in the description.
And I'll leave you with this final thought. According to this model, your main prevailing mental state is constantly attracting circumstances that match it. So it's a really powerful question to ask yourself. What signal am I sending out today?